Hello students, in this video we are going to study about the halogen derivative of hydrocarbons, which are our haloalkanes and haloarenes. Now the haloalkanes are the compound in which the halogen is bonded to an aliphatic carbon. They have the general formula Rx, where the R represent an alkyl group and X is our halogen atom, and X represents the it represents our halogen atom. Now these type of haloalkanes, or they are also known as alkyl halides. They are also known as alkyl halides. Now these are obtained from an alkane by the replacement of one hydrogen atom by a halogen atom. So how can we represent it? You can see a RH here. One hydrogen atom is replaced, and in the place of that one halogen atom is attached. Now we can explain it by taking an example. Here we are taking methane. Now when one hydrogen atom is lost, it becomes CH3, and on adding one halogen, it becomes what? In place of hydrogen, what comes? Halogen comes, and now it is known as what? It is known as chloromethane. Now these haloalkenes may be classified as primary, secondary and tertiary alkyl halides. Now how we are classifying it as primary, secondary and tertiary? It depends upon whether the halogen atom is attached to the primary, secondary or tertiary carbon atom. Let us take an example. So you can see here in the first case only one alkyl group is attached. It is our primary. In this case there are two alkyl groups. It is our secondary, and in this case three alkyl groups are there. This is our tertiary alkyl halide. Or we can also take an example. Instead of R we can take a methyl group. So our primary alkyl halide can be this. What is the name for this? This is, how many carbon atoms are there? Two carbon atoms are there. So the compound is chloroethane. This one is our primary alkyl halide. Now let's take an example for secondary here. We can see there are two alkyl groups. So we can represent it like this. And what is the name for this compound? It is 2-chloro. You can see how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3. So this one is our 2-chloropropane. And in this case, how many alkyl groups are there? 3 alkyl groups are there. So we can represent it as in this way. Now you can see how many carbon atoms are there. So in this case, we can name the compound as 2-chloro-2-methylpropane, which we will study while studying the nomenclature. You just, for the time being, you remember that this one is what? This one is our tertiary alkyl halide. So the alkyl halides can be further classified as primary, secondary and tertiary. Now you can see in the case of this alkyl halide, you can see the carbon atom which is attached to the halogen atom is in what state? It is in sp3 hybridized state. You can see in all the three cases, in the case of alkyl halide, the carbon which is directly attached to the halogen is in what state? It is in sp3 hybridized state. So you can see here, in the case the halogen atom is attached to a carbon which is sp3 hybridized, and we call it as what? Alkyl halide. Now when the halogen atom is attached to a carbon which is sp2 hybridized, we can say it is what? It is our haloarene, or what? It is our aryl halide. This one is our alkyl halide and this one is our what? Aryl halide. So we can say that in the case of compounds, in the case of these type of compounds, the halogen atom is directly attached to the benzene nucleus. You can see here. What is that? This carbon atom. It is what? It is sp2 hybrid. Since here it is, there is a double bond, the carbon atom will be what? It will be sp2 hybridized. And these type of compounds are called as aryl halides. Example for this is, this one is what? This one is our chlorobenzene. Similarly, we can write it this one also. This one is an example for what? This one is iodo iodobenzene. So these are the aromatic halogen compounds. Where the halogen compounds have at least one, they will be having at least one aromatic ring. So when the halogen atom is attached to the carbon having sp2 hybridized, we call it as what? We call it as aryl halides. Next you can see that benzylic halides. Here you see the halogen is linked to the carbon of the side chain which is attached to the carbon, which is what? Which is sp2 hybridized. Similarly, there is vinylic halides. Now in this case, how can we represent it? You can see here. Here the carbon which is attached to the halogen is what? It is sp2 hybridized. If we take an example, for example, let us take this one is not benzene. What is that? This one is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one is our what? This one is our cyclohexene. Now here hydrogen atoms are there. H2 here CH will be there. Now if a halogen atom is attached to this one, it is our what? It is our cyclohexene. These type of compounds are our cyclohexene. Now while representing a haloalkanes, we can write its common name and similarly we can also write it as the IUPAC name. So in the common representation or in the common system, the aliphatic halogen derivatives are named as what? They are named as alkyl halides. And in this case, in the common system, the words like N, secondary, tertiary, iso, etc. are also iso and also neo. Iso, similarly, neo, etc. are used in naming. Whereas in the case of IUPAC naming, here we are generally considering the alkanes and they are named as haloalkanes. Here we are naming it as what? Here we are naming it as what? Haloalkane. So in the IUPAC system, we can say that they are considered as derivative of corresponding alkanes and they are named as what? Haloalkanes. So let us see how we can name the alkyl halides in the common system and also in the IUPAC system. So we are writing or we are writing the name N when it has a long unbranched chain. So in the common system, you can see an example here. You see how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon atoms are there. So the common name for this compound will be, it will be N-propyl chloride because there are 3 alkyl groups. This one is what? This one is our common name. And in the common name, when we are putting it, when it is a long unbranched chain. And what is the IUPAC name? We have already said in IUPAC system, we are considering the derivative of the corresponding alkane. Now, what is this alkane? This one is propane. And what is the derivative of this propane? Haloalkane. The chlorine is in first position. So, we will be writing it as the IUPAC name will be 1-chloropropane. Let us take one more example. So, let us take this one is CH3, CH2, 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 1, 2, 3, 4, CH2, CH2, Cl. So what is the common name for this compound? You can see first we have to count how many carbon atoms are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 carbon atoms are there. So the common name for the compound will be N-pentyl chloride. This one will be the common name. Now let us consider what will be the IUPAC name. We have to consider the halogen derivative of the corresponding alkane. So what is our alkane? 5 carbon atoms are there. So our alkane will be what? It will be pentane. And the halogen is in which position? It is in first position. So the IUPAC name will be what? It will be 1-chloropentane. So let us consider one more example. Here you can see what is the common name. How many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 and it is a long unbranched chain. So it will be N. What is that? It will be N-butyl. What is our halogen here? It is Br. So it is common name will be N-butyl bromide. And what will be the IUPAC name? It will be, we have to see the corresponding alkane. So the IUPAC name for this one will be what? It will be 1-bromo-butane. So hope this much is clear when we are writing it then a name N in the common name when it is a long unbranched chain. Now let us take the second case. Iso. Now when we are writing the word iso in the front of an alkyne in the common name, iso means it is what? It is same. What? Now iso means what? Iso means same. Now what does the same mean? When the carbon is attached to the same alkyl group on both sides. Let us take an example. Here we have taken a carbon atom. Here there is an alkyl group which is our methyl group. Similarly here is also an methyl group, and this one is our halogen, and this one is our what? This one is our hydrogen. Or we can also represent it like this. Two methyl groups are there which are attached to the carbon atom. You see, when such a condition comes, when the carbon is attached to same type of alkyl groups on both sides, we use the word iso while naming the common name. So what is the name for this one? It will be what? Iso. Again we have to see how many carbon atoms are there. 1, 2, 3. In this case also how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2 and 3. So it is our isopropyl chloride. What is the common name for this compound? It is isopropyl chloride. Now when we move on to the IUPAC name, what will be? It will be what? It will be 2-chloropropane. Now let us consider one more example for this one. Here you can see we have taken a what? We have taken a CH3 carbon group. Here an alkyl group is there. On both sides we are having the same alkyl group. Again here hydrogen is there. This one is CH2Br. Now what is the common name for this compound? You just see how many carbon atoms are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon atoms are there. And this carbon atom, what is there in this case of the carbon atom? Two similar type of alkyl groups are on both sides of this carbon atom. So the name of the compound will be what? We have to write iso. It will be isobutyl. What is our halogen here? It is Br. So the name of the compound will be, the common name for the compound will be isobutyl bromide. Let us take one more example for this. So in this case, you see how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon atoms are there. So pentyl will be there. Now you see in this carbon atom, what is there? 2 alkyl groups. Similar alkyl groups are joined here. The same structure can be written in this way. 2 similar alkyl groups are joined to this carbon. So we will be using the word what? Iso. So it will be iso. 5 carbon atoms are there. So isopentyl chloride. So you have to remember when we are using iso, when 2 similar type of alkyl groups are there. Now how to name this alkyl halide? While writing the common name, we have to count the number of carbon atoms that are present. Now let us see when we are using the word neo. So when we are using neo, when a carbon is attached to 4 carbons where the 3 carbons should be same group. Same group means, for example, methyl. You can see here in this carbon, the carbon is attached to what? It is attached to 4 carbon. This one is first, second, third and fourth. Where the 3 carbons are same groups. What are the same groups? This one. This one is CH3 group. This one is CH3 group. This one is CH3 group. When such a condition arises, we use the word neo in writing the common name. So you can see how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon atoms are there, and out of which 1 carbon is attached to 3 similar groups. So we will be writing the name of the compound as it is neopentyl chloride. What is that? It is neopentyl chloride. Now we have already studied the alkyl halides are classified as primary, secondary and tertiary halides. Primary, secondary and tertiary alkyl halides. Now let us see when we are using the word secondary while writing the common name. You can see here an example. Here the carbon atom is attached to two different alkyl groups and thus we use the word what? Secondary. This can be written in this way also, CH3, CHCl, CH2, CH3. How many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are writing it as what? Secondary butyl chloride. Now when we use the word tertiary, the word tertiary is used when there is what? When there is 3 alkyl groups attached to a carbon. When 3 alkyl groups are attached to the carbon, we call it as what? We call it as tertiary. For example, you can see here CH3, CH3, CH3Cl. Here you can see there are what? There are 3 alkyl groups attached to a carbon. So in this case, the name for the compound will be what? It will be tertiary. How many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the name for the compound will be tertiary butyl what? Tertiary butyl chloride. Hope this much is clear. Now in all this case, we are only using monohalides. Only one halogen atom is there. Now what happens if two halogen atoms are there? If two halogen atoms are there, we use the words like what? It is our vicinal dihalide and what is? It is our gem dihalides. Dihalides means what? There will be two halogen atoms. So in the case of a vicinal dihalide, let me write an example for that. CH2Cl, CH2Cl. So how many carbon atoms are there? 1, 2. 2 carbon atoms are there. So it will be what? Ethylene dichloride. Or you can see this, that in this case, 2 halogen atoms are attached on the adjacent carbon atom. So when in the case of a vicinal dihalide, we can say that 2 halogen atoms are attached on adjacent carbon atom. Whereas in the case of a gem dihalide, let us take an example CH3, CHCl2. This one is an example for gem dihalide. You can see here. What is that? In the case of a gem dihalide, it has 2 halogen atoms and these 2 halogen atoms are attached on the same carbon atom. So when 2 halogen atoms are attached on the same carbon atom, we call it as what? We call it as gem dihalides. And when they are attached on adjacent carbon atom, we call it as what? We call it as vicinal dihalides. Now in the similar way, in the case of haloarenes also, we can write the name by prefixing the halogen atom and its position. For example, we are given a compound. In this case, chlorine is there. So this one is what? This one is our chlorobenzene. Depending upon the halogen atom. If bromine is there, we write it as what? We write it as bromobenzene. Now again in writing the common name, if the substituents are present, for example, if CH3 group comes on the benzene ring, we say it as what? Toluene. If CH3 group is present on the benzene ring, we say it toluene. Now, if the halogen atom is in the first position, this position, we call it as what? We call the compound as ortho. What is the halogen atom here? It is our bromine. So, we name the compound as ortho-bromo-toluene. Now, if it is in this position, this is our meta position and this one is what? Our para position. So we can represent it like this. If a substituent is already present here, this one is our what? Ortho positions. This one is our meta position and this one is our what? Para position. So we name the haloarenes based upon the position or the prefixes, whether it is ortho, meta or para. So hope these things are clear. Thank you.